There was some question about saving files in Audacity. I'm assuming you mean as MP3s. So what I'm going to do is show you how you can do that, and you may need to download some plugins to do it. Really, there's only two I'm going to recommend downloading at the moment. You can download as many as you want. They won't really affect anything. But the two that you want, I'll show you what to get. And that'll actually let you import more files into it too. So, alright. Here's the website right here. AudacitySourceForward.net, download plugins. You can find this through Google search, just put Audacity Plugins. But you're going to scroll down here. And these are the ones you want right here. The lame MP3 and this FFmpeg MP3. So what this will do, this will let you import and export as MP3s. And this one down here will actually let you bring MPEG videos into Audacity, and then you can actually strip the audio from them is what it'll do. So let me give you a little demonstration here. I got just a blank slate, and because I've already got those plugins in, I'm not going to download them and install them, but you get the idea as far as that. If you've done it before, you know what's going on. So I'm going to import audio, and since I do a podcast, we got some stuff here. I'm going to kind of just, anyway, I'm going to sidetrack that stuff, but let's say I wanted to, well, you know what, we'll go ahead and borrow some. So, I'll do it like I was doing a proper episode. I'll start with this. And so I'll import audio, and we'll go with the theme song. Now you notice they're all lined up together. What I want to do at this point, I'm going to click here, because I don't want these to run together. We'll actually pull this one down. When that line goes yellow, we drop it. So what happens is this plays, and then it starts into this. So, and you know, rap might not be your thing, but for our podcast, that's the theme song. So,
Geekly Podcast.
So anyway, you see, that's kind of how it goes. Well, so that's that, right? We're going to import audio. This is going to be something random here. So, yeah, why not? We'll import this, the episode The Day of the Doctor. And if you notice, it's an MP4 video. So, what it's going to do here, it's going to extract the audio. It's going to completely cut the video, and it's going to import the audio. And that's because I ran that FFmpeg one. So what it'll do, I'll pull it out, and if I wanted to, I could then edit the sounds, do whatever. And, you know, if you know anything about that, then you got a pretty good idea what's capable here. And, this thing's just taking its sweet time. So I'm rambling, but remember, basically you want to shut the, you don't necessarily have to shut Audacity down, but it's probably a good idea too. Like I said, install these two, the lame MP3 and the FFmpeg. And you can line them up however you want, or you can just skip right over, whatever. But, let's see, this is almost done. I'm actually going to kill this track here first, and then I'm just going to bring the Doctor Who one. I might kill both of these, just because I don't really need them for this. So, to cut these out, just, bam, don't want it, bam, don't want it. So now it's just the audio from Doctor Who. If I wanted to, I could clip that, mark it off, clip it. I can do all kinds of fun stuff with this. I can take this and find a different point in time and clip, whatever. Skip over here to the end and
show the messages from him. Oh yes, why would you do that? What's the mad fool talking about now?
Hello, Gallifrey High Command. This is the Doctor.
Oh, Over here I can play with the volume.
Also the doctor. Can you hear me? Also the doctor. Standing ready.
Dear God, 3 of them.
And you can actually just highlight a certain section and then do it.
General?
Or you can lower it.
We should point out at
And
this
then
moment it is a fairly terrible plan.
in effects here, there's one for amplify. You can actually modify it permanently. And
We're flying our 3 TARDISes into your lower atmosphere. You're positioned at equidistant intervals around the globe.
but anyway, so let's assume this is my project and I'm happy with it. Now, you're probably already accustomed with the save project as, and that's fine. It'll do is like down here in temp, I did one that was just, it was the 2 songs from the Rings of Akaten, and you know, I actually combined them into this file. I exported them here as an MP3 file. If I click this, it'll take a second. It's got to bring up Winamp or whatever, but this has, you know, the first part, which is the God of Akaten, and the other one, which is the long song, combined. And it was a custom combination because I cut part of it out. But anyway, once that was done, what you can do, you go down here, go to export. Now, once again, this is why we did, clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, this is why we did the lame one, because the lame MP3 encoding allows us to encode it as an MP3. So we go here to File, Export, and see here it is, MP3, and we're just going to go ahead and name this Day of the Doctor. And we will save. And I'm actually going to delete this when I'm done because I don't really need it, but for purposes of showing you how it's done, and then of course it'll bring up this, and it'll export the file as an MP3. Now I'm not going to sit here and watch the whole thing because I don't need to, but you get the idea. Once you got that lame encoding, you can export as an MP3. Now if you want to save your project, well, that's a completely different thing, but you know, it's still doable. I'm going to stop this and cancel it because, you know, like I said, I don't need that. File, open. So let's go back here to the temp folder. See, here's that Akaten. And like I said, it's all edited, it's cut down, it's put together. I mean, if you look, I can, you know, skip here. This is about where they start kind of meeting up. And like I said, I exported this to make these 2 songs, and this one was trimmed slightly, but I combined these 2 songs into one long song. But that's, you know, just some of the stuff you can do with this. And like I said, I went here, File, Export, and it let me do it as an MP3 because of the lame encoding thing. So go ahead and download that lame encoding. I'm going to go ahead and close these out because I don't really need them. No, because I don't really want that. It was just done to show. But anyway, like I said, the lame encoding there. That's the one you really need. And then this one will allow you to import, you know, MPEG videos, so you can actually do even more with it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps.